Here is the third example. The picture that you are seeing is a picture of a man who has unfortunately lost his leg. And when people lose their leg, we give them an artificial leg. And artificial legs in the US cost about $20,000. This gentleman, perhaps you don't know who he is. He is actually a medical doctor. He goes by Dr. J. And Dr. J is a citizen of Thailand, and he actually lives in Thailand. But Dr. J got his medical degree in the United States at Northwestern University. So he fully understands the US medical system. And Dr. J decided he wanted to create an artificial leg for amputees in Thailand. Thailand is a poor country just like India. 90% of the people in Thailand are making $2 a day or less. And again, you can do the mental math. If I'm making $2 a day and somebody tells me an artificial leg costs $20,000, I have to work for 10,000 days just to pay for that artificial leg. If there are 200 working days in a year, I have to work for 50 years. That does not mean non-consumers in Thailand do not need artificial leg. Non-consumers in poor countries have exactly the same problem as consumers. They are non-consumers because they can't consume the $20,000 artificial leg. Somehow, if we can do box 3 innovation, you have enormous value that you can unlock. So Dr. J decided he will create an artificial leg for amputees in Thailand for $30. Again, reverse innovation, box 3 innovation is not about lowering cost, no. It's about pushing the price performance paradigm. It's about doing more with less. It's about doing lot more with lot less. Again, just like open heart surgery, the non-consumers of artificial leg in Thailand, the quality that they demand is higher than the quality that has to be in an artificial leg for consumers in the US. Why? Think of it this way. Suppose you're an amputee in the US and you received an artificial leg. You are at least walking on nicely paved roads. Shift the scene to Thailand. Suppose you're an amputee in Thailand and you received an artificial leg. You are probably walking on uneven roads. That means you're putting a lot of stress on that artificial leg. Not only that, unlike Americans, people in Thailand have some very unique habits. Unlike Americans, people in Thailand, they sit cross-legged. They squat on the floor. Imagine, suppose you're an amputee in Thailand, you received an artificial leg, you are sitting cross-legged, or you squat on the floor. Think about how much stress you're putting on that artificial leg. 90% of people in Thailand work in rural areas. They are working on agricultural fields. Imagine you're an amputee in Thailand, you received an artificial leg, and you're working in agricultural fields. It's not just uneven, it is wet. People in Thailand don't just bicycle to work. They bicycle for work. That means they are using their bicycle 18 hours a day to make a living. Imagine, suppose you're an amputee in Thailand and you received an artificial leg and you have to bicycle for 18 hours a day. Think about how much stress you're putting. Suppose you're an amputee in Thailand with an artificial leg, you're climbing the coconut tree to pluck the coconut. My point is, the innovation challenge for Dr. J was he had to create an artificial leg which is superior in quality to the $20,000 artificial leg that we give to people in the US at a $30 price point. This is the box 3 challenge. Box 3 is about non-linear innovation. How do you give extraordinary quality at a dramatically lower price point? There are two breakthrough innovations, non-linear innovations, Dr. J pulled off. That's what helped him to push the price performance envelope. The first box 3 innovation related to the raw material. You see, in the US, we design an artificial leg with titanium as the raw material. Of course, Dr. J does not have a budget to use titanium. Neither such materials are even available in Thailand. So what Dr. J did was, his innovation was he was able to design an artificial leg using recycled yogurt plastic containers. Now, when you design an artificial leg using recycled yogurt plastic containers, not only cost comes down. In fact, cost goes to zero because they are thrown away anyway. But this is not about lowering cost. This is about doing more with less. This is about doing lot more with lot less. The resulting $30 artificial leg that Dr. J designed using recycled yogurt plastic containers was ultra lightweight. Contrast this with an artificial leg with titanium. How much weight are you carrying? Dr. J's $30 artificial leg was lightweight, comfortable, and durable. The second box 3 innovation he came up with, which again pushed the price performance envelope, was in the fitting process. You see, in the US, we employ highly trained, highly skilled technicians to fit the artificial leg. And they typically work with the patient for several weeks. That adds up to a lot of costs. Certainly, Dr. J does not have a budget to employ these highly skilled technicians. Neither such people are even available in Thailand. So his box 3 innovation was he trained amputees who received artificial leg. He trained them to fit artificial legs for others. And these amputee technicians actually pushed the price performance envelope. Certainly, these amputee technicians brought down the cost. In fact, these are unemployed people. They were so happy to get a job. But this is not just only about lowering cost. This is about doing more with less. The amputee technicians in Thailand turned out to be better fitters of artificial leg than the highly trained technicians in the US. Why? For one thing, the amputee technicians in Thailand were approaching this not as a job, but as a passion, because they got their life back. When you do anything with that level of passion, where you are approaching your job as God's work, you are going to put forth utmost quality. Not only that, based on personal experience, these amputee technicians knew where it hurts when you fit an artificial leg. What kinds of exercises are better in accelerating the progress in rehab? Finally, these amputee technicians were excellent in converting non-consumers into consumers. Because if someone challenged them, why do we need to buy your $30 artificial leg when a $20,000 one is available? They can point to their own leg and say it works. Can you really create a world-class quality artificial leg at a $30 price point? Let's watch a brief video, see how well it works.